Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban joins us now. Mark, thanks so much for making time in what's probably an incredibly busy and difficult time for you and your team.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Thanks for having me. It's just unbelievable, just not something you ever could have anticipated.
I'm sure. Now, you just got off of a league-wide conference call with all the owners. Any new information that you can share with us about what the league plans to do next? And do you see the NBA season resuming at some point?
I hope it resumes. Nothing really I can share. I mean, other than the league is going to do what's best for the safety of our employees and for the fans and customers. We're going to try to do the right thing.
Given how connected the league is, are any of your players or coaches planning on quarantining at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we've asked everybody to self-quarantine. You just never know what exposure you've had, and but we're treating it no differently than we're doing with all the other employees that we have. Everybody's got to be vigilant. Everybody's got to be careful, and really just close your circle of friends so that you're not exposed to people that you otherwise don't know.
Were you uneasy at all about having your team finish the game last night? I mean, was there any thought of suspending the game in the middle after the news came out?
I mean, it always crosses your mind, as it did mine, but because it was so stunning. But no, I mean, we had 17,000 people who were in the arena, and not because of the number that we went suspended, but I mean, we just didn't feel like anybody was at risk. If somebody was at risk or we felt that there was a safety risk, then we wouldn't have had the game in the first place.
And you said last night that this isn't about basketball. You have a mom who's 82 years old and kids. What are you doing to try to ensure that they stay safe?
Just trying to be vigilant, as I said. I mean, trying to reduce their circle of friends, keeping, they're about to go into spring break, and rather than going into some place that's going to be populous and crowded, just, creating family time. This is going to be the definition of forced family fun.
Forced family
we're
fun.
going to have things that, we're going to have things that we have to do.
Whether you like it or not, you're staying at home with your family. So what are you and other
Exactly.
What are you and other owners plan on doing to try to compensate hourly workers who now won't be working?
Well, I can't speak for other owners, but, it was a program that I put together for our arena workers and hourly workers that work for the Mavericks, because now that the games are suspended, they're not going to have that income. And so that just wasn't right to me. So we'll compensate them in advance. Even if the games might be played in the future, we'll still compensate them now so they can pay their bills. And we'll do that for arena employees for the Mavs games and for hourly employees that work for the Mavericks that might not get those hours.
And just curious, on a personal level, do you feel that the government is doing enough, and might you consider using your own resources to help the Texas community?
You know what? I don't know. You can come to conclusions on both sides, but I do know that I'm not a big fan of trickle down, but I am a big fan of trickle up economics, where people that are in my position really try to support the community, really encourage people to work with contractors that, South by Southwest was canceled. There are contractors there. There are events. There's weddings that are being canceled left and right. And so where we can support those vendors, where I can give them extra work, where, we can do anything to help them and encourage others to do the same, that's exactly what we're going to do. Because this is a community effort, and North Texas is great about this. And we really just have to support those around us, because that's just the only thing that's going to work.
And finally, back to sports for a moment, because it is a welcome distraction for so many Americans, as you know. The CEO of the Atlanta Hawks suggested at a conference last week that the NBA should slide the season so that the playoffs and finals go into July or even August. If you're able to resume this season, is that something that you think that the league should do as a trial this summer?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, safety first, and that's the primary consideration. But beyond that, and I've had the conversation with the league for years that we really could go into July and August. The argument has been there aren't enough homes watching television. But as you know, the television industry has changed dramatically, so that might be different this summer. I'm all for playing over the summer. All
right, Mark, thank you again so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.